guys, so I wanted to have a little chit chat with you about a disorder that I have, and one that I think will relate to a lot of you, especially if you have it. And it's something that I went through that I felt so self-conscious about, and now I don't even care about it because, you know, I found something that works and it doesn't control my life anymore. And I'm going to get into all that. So as you can tell by the title, I have hyperhidrosis, and I've had that since 8th grade is when I remember it beginning to develop. So what it is somebody who excessively sweats. You can get it in your underarms, which is the most common, but you can also get it in your palms and your feet. So some people get it all over, some people, as in like all those areas, some people just get it under one thing. Now mine is underarms. I don't really excessively sweat my hands and feet. Sometimes I do, but mainly it's my underarms where I sweat. And when I was in 8th grade, I thought I was so different from everybody, and I was weird because I had this disorder, but I didn't know at the time what it was. I was so embarrassed that I didn't even want to tell my parents. And I tell my mom everything, but I was so embarrassed, not that she would judge me, but just that it's an embarrassing thing to have sweat stains all the time. Like every time that you're awake, you sweat. And some people, it can be triggered by like emotions. Obviously some sweating is caused by, what's the word? Psychological things that can trigger it, but mine is just 100% all the time, and it can be 30 degrees outside and I don't have a jacket on and I have sweat stains if I don't do like my deodorant routine. So I wanted to share with you some solutions, the thing that I found works for me, because especially if some of you are going through it and you're not aware that it's a normal disorder. I hate that word disorder because it sounds like such a taboo, like negative thing, but it's not. It's really not. It's not gross. And I wanted to share my experience with you guys. Is what I wanted to do this video for. Because if I had seen somebody, especially somebody that I looked up to, for instance, have the same problem that I had, I would have felt so much better about myself at the time, but I had to learn the hard way and go through the whole process the hard way, which, you know, it was hard, but it helped make me who I am. So firstly, I'm going to start with a little bit of my experience, my background of going through it. So, you know, I saw all these people who could wear like blue and pink shirts and not have sweat stains, and when I wore them, I would have giant pit stains. And the only people that ever commented on it were my friends. Specifically Sam, not in like a rude way, but she would say something about it. This makes her sound like a bad friend, but it wasn't bad or anything. But so I wasn't made fun of for it or anything, so I'm really thankful about that. But I still felt different and like an outcast from everybody because nobody else had it that I saw in 8th grade. And so when I moved on to high school in my freshman year, I started wearing all black, and that's kind of what started my style that I wear today, which is crazy to think about, that something like sweating causes a style to develop. I think I still would have gone down the path that I did. You know, metal music would have influenced me anyway. You know, I listened to metal music since 8th grade, and I think I still would have, you know, been wearing all black now had I not sweated at the time. But I don't know, I think that it is one of the things that shaped me to who I am style-wise, because that's when I started wearing all my band shirts because they were always black, and I always shopped at Hot Topic to get black shirts because I realized that's the color that least shows sweat stains. So then I saw all these girls, and I saw one girl in particular influenced me. She was a girl I was always jealous of, envious of. I've seen her recently and I'm no longer jealous of her, let's just say that. We've just, you know, swapped. It's really funny. I'm not going to go into it because I don't like, you know, there's no point in being envious of anybody. Let me just leave it at that. Especially in high school, because wait till you both are like older and in college and you'll see. Anyway, so I saw that she showered in the mornings, and I always knew that because her hair was wet. So I just assumed that I never asked her or anything, but I just assumed that she showered in the mornings. And I was like, well, maybe that's why. Whoa, my hair's getting crazy. I keep playing with it. And I thought maybe that's why I am sweating, you know, because when you sweat too much, you feel dirty and gross, and, you know, it's just not attractive, and you just feel ugly. So I tried showering in the mornings because she did, and she didn't have it, and so that didn't work, obviously, because you get it no matter what, regardless. Like, I mean, it just comes. So anyway, I didn't really find a solution until about 3 years ago. 4 years ago, I'd say. I've been using this product for 4 years, and it's changed my life, because since freshman year, I'm now almost 23, and freshman year I was 15, so it's almost been 10 years that I've been dealing with this. But for about, gosh, all of high school I was trying different deodorants. I was trying to think of a time frame. I'm just going to say all of high school. I was trying different deodorants, and I tried the Secret Clinical Strength, I tried Mitchum, I tried everything. Nothing worked. They cut it back maybe about 40%, so I'd still sweat about 60% of the amount that I was already, and so it didn't work. So I had to keep trying and trying, and I found something online that was called Certain Dry, and many of you know I use it. I've mentioned it before. It's one of my holy grail products that I can't live without, literally, because if I didn't use it, I couldn't wear half my wardrobe without getting sweat stains all the time, which is, you know, you just want to avoid that. Not that I care so much what people think, but you just don't want sweat stains. Nobody wants sweat stains. It's, you know, it's not cute. And I will say that about 2 to 3% of Americans have this disorder, hyperhidrosis. So 2 to 3% is not that many, and so I feel kind of weird about it. But if any of you are going through it, I really hope this helps. So there's a few cures, not cures, you can't really cure it, although there is surgery that you can do. I'm not sure on the details or anything. You definitely want to research it, but it's as a last resort. There are surgeries that you can get for it. But honestly, over-the-counter Certain Dry works fine, and it's not going to work for everybody. Everybody's body is different. Everybody reacts differently to different things. One of the treatments is Botox injections, so you can get Botox injected into your sweat glands, which paralyze them, you know, because Botox paralyzes the muscle temporarily, but you have to get those done like every 3 months or so, and it'll start coming back after that. And they're quite expensive. They're like $5 grand, $6 grand a treatment, so that's a lot of money. I would just recommend saving your money and try this thing first, and that is Certain Dry. Now, Certain Dry comes in many forms. It comes in a solid and a liquid. I have tried both. The liquid is what works best for me, but I do have really sensitive skin, and I have to have a certain routine when using the liquid because it is so powerful. The main ingredient is aluminum chloride, so you want to find a deodorant that has aluminum chloride in it, because that is like the ultimate antiperspirant. And what it does, it blocks your pores from being able to sweat, so it kind of seals the pores. So if a pore is like this, it goes boop, and so with that, there are going to be some side effects. It's nothing scary. It's a little weird at first, but I've been using it for 4 years, and I'm so used to it by now. I have like a pattern. You cannot use this after shaving. Do not use it after shaving. I am begging you. So if I shave my underarms the night that I shower, I will not use this. I only use this at night. So my routine kind of goes like this. I don't shave my underarms every day. I know some people do. I don't. It's just I don't find it necessary. I shave them about every other day. Sometimes every 2 to 3 days. It really depends. If I'm gonna wear a long sleeve shirt, I don't really care if I let it go a few days. You know, no guys seeing it right now, so I'm not gonna lie, I haven't shaved my legs in like 2 months. I'm just not, you know, it's underarms. If nobody's gonna see it, I don't care. So that's kind of, if I know I'm not gonna shave them for a few days, that's when I'll start using this again. There are times where I stop using it, sometimes in the summer, which is like the worst time to stop using it, but not like totally. I use it at least 4 times a week. And once you build up the strength of it, once you use it a few days in a row, it keeps that for a few days and you don't have to use it every day. That's another thing. I don't recommend using this every day. I would recommend using it every other day. And if you're people who shave every other day, then just put it on the opposite day that you shave. So that way it doesn't get irritated. It burns horribly after you shave and use it. I've done it. Don't do it. It burns really bad. Now, so I kind of have a routine. It's kind of, I'm not really like set in my ways necessarily with shaving and using this and shaving and using this. I don't really have like a pattern that's like set every week. I just kind of, you know, if I feel like I'm starting to sweat, I'll start using it at night. But I do use it at least 4 times a week to maintain it. Sometimes I'll stop using it. I don't really care. I'll just wear black for a few days until I build up the resistance again. Resistance, strength, whatever you want to call it. So with the solid, I have to mention, this cuts, after like 3 days, consistent 3 days of using this, I would say it stops it 98%. Like, I still sweat a little bit in like stressful situations. It'll still happen. Or if it's really hot out, I'll still sweat. And so I'd say it's 98% effective. The solid version, which I used to use in addition to this, works about 70%, I'd say. You still sweat at least 30% of what you normally do. At least for me, that's the experience that I had with the solid. With this, since it is kind of uncomfortable to have like wetness under there because it is a liquid, I will use my normal deodorant, my Dove deodorant, right after to kind of evenly spread it. It also minimizes the weird itching effect because your pores are basically closing up, and so that can cause some itching, some irritation. You know, Sam knows whenever I'm like itching my armpits, she knows I've been using my deodorant because she'll be like, "You're using it, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So it just, you know, I have to itch it sometimes. It doesn't look attractive, but it gets so itchy. So that is one of the side effects, but honestly, for me, it's worth it to itch every once in a while. It's not like constant. But when you use it a lot, it eventually will start to itch really bad. So one of the concerns I can understand is, well, don't you need to sweat? Because human bodies need to perspirate to cool off. So with that, yes, you do need to sweat, but eliminating the sweating under your arms is not going to affect your cooling off process, especially if you work out or something. It's not going to ban any sweat from coming out of your entire body. You have millions of other pores on your body where it can come out of. It does not need to come out of your armpits. So just keep that in mind, that you're not sealing your entire body up. It's just your underarms, you know, and that may scare some people that I can't sweat, I can't cool off. It's not like that. You can sweat other places. You know, when you do a workout, you sweat from your head, from your back, you know, your arms sometimes, depending how extensive it is or how, you know, crazy it is. But, you know, don't worry about it, like not being able to sweat. It's really not a big deal. You can still sweat other places, so don't worry about that kind of thing. So that's basically all the information I wanted to give you, kind of my experience going through it. It doesn't define you, it doesn't make you who you are, although the experience will help shape you. You know, going through it, it's not like life-changing, I'd say, but it can be. It can really feel like it's life-changing when you're in high school and you have giant, you know, sweat marks. It's not comfortable, and it's, you know, you don't want people to stare at you and think that you're so different from them. You don't want to feel that different, especially in high school. It's okay, I think, when you're more confident in your adulthood to feel different and you're kind of like, you know, into that, but nobody likes to sweat. Nobody. I can't even think of anybody who would be like, I am proud of my sweat stains. Like, nobody says that. So don't feel ashamed of it. Just, you know, try out different products. I definitely recommend Certain Dry. I'll have their website listed down below. I think you can get this for $6 on their website, plus shipping comes out to like $11 or $12, but $11 or $12, this lasts over a year. This is my second one in 4 years. I mean, that's like, and it's still at least halfway because you only need like 2 rolls. So it lasts forever. I mean, it takes 2 years to go through one bottle of $12 product. Like, you know, they do sell the solid at Ulta though. I'll have you know, if you want to try out the solid first, see if that works for you. They sell it at Ulta, but I haven't found the liquid anywhere but the website for Certain Dry. So I'll leave that down below. I really hope this was helpful for some of you, you know, and not to feel like it controls you and owns your life. That it's just a part of you, and you know, you'll probably suffer with it the rest of your life. Maybe it'll go away. Mine never has in almost 10 years. I've had it for 8 years now, and going strong, you know, it doesn't define you. So hope this was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions about it, you can feel free to leave it in the comments. You know, any more details that you want, I will be happy to answer in the comments. But I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.